2016, we have to admit, was a crazy fashion year and everybody ate it up. Everybody ate up all those trends in 2016. Dare I say it was a crazier time than 2026? Hey guys, it's Soleil. I'm very excited about this video. This era that we're about to talk about was one of my favorite fashion eras of all time. So many things were happening in pop culture in terms of fashion. We saw so many different kinds of trends and it was just a crazy, crazy time. And so yeah, I'm gonna take you guys on memory lane and we're gonna talk about 2016 fashion and compare it to 2026 fashion trends. I can't really start today's video without talking about the chokehold that chokers had on the generation in 2016. When it was 2016, I was a junior / sophomore in high school, and let me tell you guys, I wore a choker every single day. Every single day I wore a choker. Doesn't matter what outfit I was wearing. Even to church, I would wear a choker. I had, I think, maybe 5 different black chokers that I had on rotation that I would wear every single day to school. Another piece of clothing that I remember had a chokehold on people was the green military style jacket or bomber jacket. So many of my friends had bomber jackets / that green, like longer military jacket. That was really popular in 2016. I would also wear a full face of makeup to school every single day. And let me tell you, I would not be doing that today in this day and age. You are not going to see me with a full face of makeup on at all unless I'm going to a skating competition. If you know me, I like to figure skate, or if I'm going to a wedding or any sort of really nice sit down like dinner, I am not going to be wearing a full face of makeup on a daily basis. Not even to work. The most I do is what I did today, which is doing my eyebrows, doing some mascara and lipstick. Like, I am not going to be wearing a full face of makeup. And the reason is because I get overstimulated nowadays with all the foundation, just like all the stuff on my face. I do love the way I look with a full face of makeup, but I'm not doing that every single day. And in 2016, I was doing it every single day to go to class. Science class, social studies class, whatever, you know, I had a beat face. I had a very, very nice full face of makeup on every single day. I also made my eyebrows like very thick, thicker than they are today, and I have very thick eyebrows. If you know, you know. I had the thickest eyebrows ever. I wanted to be like Cara Delevingne. Like, we love a good thick eyebrow moment. I definitely had eyebrow blindness, but so did everybody and their mom. Of course, the skinny jeans were prevalent in 2016. We literally cannot talk about 2016 without talking about skinny jeans. Skinny jeans with rips. I remember seeing like black skinny jeans with rips on the knees. Like, everybody had those jeans. The craziest amount of rips possible on a jean, that was 2016. It doesn't matter. Skinny jeans, mom jeans, those are the 2 styles of jeans that you had in 2016. There was nothing else. You just either wore skinny jeans or a mom jean, and they all had rips. And I would not be wearing a jean with rips today. None of my jeans have rips. I don't even own a skinny jean anymore, so yeah, that is definitely dead. I will say the mom jean had a chokehold on me personally. When we were starting to say goodbye to the skinny jean, I was saying goodbye to the skinny jean, okay? I was very much into thrifting and very much into finding vintage clothing back in 2016, and I definitely ate up the mom jean you find at Goodwill. I started going to my mom's closet, taking hers. You know, I loved me a good mom jean, and I still love me a good mom jean. And what I'm seeing in 2026 is the 90s minimalism is coming back, and people are wearing the mom jean again. Like the high-rise jean that tapers a little bit at the ankle, that is very prevalent today. I love that. I love me a good mom jean. I love me a good baggy jean, and that is not going anywhere in my closet. What I also wanted to point out in 2016, floral patterns are really big. A lot of the patterns with like smaller flowers, like the very micro floral pattern was very popular. I think nowadays floral patterns are still in, but they are a little bit more experimental and not as like micro and small as they were in 2016. We've got ankle booties. Ankle booties are really popular, and those are definitely still here. You see a lot of boots that are small ankle boots that are pointed toe. You even see some pointed toe ankle boots with like a kitten heel. That's very, very 2025, 2026. You would never see a girl wearing a kitten heel in 2016. No, you would not. You're seeing that a lot nowadays. 2016, people wore a ton of ballet flats and like backless loafers, and like we are definitely seeing a resurgence in ballet flats and backless loafers nowadays. At least I love me a good ballet flat and backless loafer, but the way that we're seeing it is a little bit more experimental with like the shape of the ballet flat on the top, like on the top of the foot. It's a little bit more like angular, or like the pattern of ballet flats different. You see a lot of like see-through ballet flats. I think like even in 2025 we saw a lot of like the jelly shoe, like see-through like mesh ballet flat. Oh my gosh, 2016, you guys can't forget about the fur-lined Gucci loafers. I remember a ton of like influencers or like micro influencers I followed back in the day had those, and those had a chokehold on everybody. We can't also forget about that hype beast fashion in 2016. Supreme, you had the Gucci tracksuits. I used to watch like Jeffree Star, and oh my gosh, that man, he would never miss a moment to wear branding on his clothes. 2016 was big on branding. We can't not talk about the Gucci, the double G Gucci belt. Everybody and their mom wanted the double G Gucci belt. I did not have the double G Gucci belt. One, because I was a little bit too normie girl for me. And two, I was broke. But a lot of the girls at my school would wear like dupes of the double G Gucci belt. I mean, you can't mention double G Gucci belt without mentioning Christian Girl Autumn, which that was also very prevalent in 2016. You had the skinny jeans or high rise with a over the knee boot and a cream sweater, and a lot of times a plaid button-up shirt wrapped around the waist. That was pretty big. In 2016, I was kind of more into, like I said, the indie girl vibe, a lot of vintage inspired. I loved plaid. I loved wrapping plaid around my waist. I loved kind of the more like alt, like wearing like ripped up tights with like a high-rise like short. I loved wearing my Chuck Taylor Converse. Loved wearing my Doc Martens. I still wear Doc Martens today. I have Jaden Max's back there, and I have the kind of more typical like Doc Marten here. I have some of these Chelsea boots that are Doc Martens. Like, Doc Martens never left. They're not as popular, like a lot of the influencers aren't wearing Doc Martens anymore, but they still are prevalent in my wardrobe at least, and I will continue to wear them. So I will say a lot of the stuff that I do wear nowadays is kind of stuck in the alt girl 2016 era that was kind of showing up. Oh my gosh, another really prevalent thing in 2016, bomber jackets. People are talking about bomber jackets, and I don't know if they necessarily mean the same style of bomber jacket that was prevalent in 2016, because bomber jackets were coming in all these different colors. Some would come with patches. Like, I had this crazy big bomber jacket that was hot pink, and it went to like a purple ombre with like patches. It was crazy. I still wear a bomber jacket that I got in 2016 from my Aunt Barbie. Shout out to my Aunt Barbie. And it's from the 90s. It is a dark brown, like worn leather bomber jacket, and you're gonna see a lot of that style, I think, in 2026. A little bit more refined, like full leather bomber jacket is what you're gonna see. Just my prediction. I kind of want to find like a fully like cherry red bomber jacket, or like a fully leather super slick black bomber jacket. That'd be really nice. 2016, we have to admit, was a crazy fashion year, and everybody ate it up. Everybody ate up all those trends in 2016. Dare I say it was a crazier time than 2026? I don't know. We'll talk about that a little bit more in the comment section if you want to talk about it. 2016 was a crazy time. 2026 fashion trends, on the other hand, very experimental, less body conscious, very brightly colored. You don't see a lot of muted colors in 2026 fashion, with the exception of 90s minimalism. I think we're going to see ton more bright colors. You see trends like color blocking, just like enveloping in the influencer fashion world right now. So everybody's talking about color blocking, and color blocking is just the concept of wearing two contrasting colors in your outfit. So like even wearing a white top and black pants, that it would be considered color blocking. And people are doing it with a lot of like track pants, bright red track pants with like a green top. That is color blocking. A lot of satin pants, a lot of pants that are just not jeans are being experimented with nowadays. But if you know me, you know me. I love a good jean. Another thing we're seeing a ton of that you would definitely not see in 2016, you would not see anybody wearing in 2016, was a balloon jean. You are not seeing anybody in 2016 wearing a balloon barrel pant leg. No. And I love me a good barrel leg jean. You're seeing so much more experimentation with silhouette and shape in 2026 than ever before. You're seeing voluminous pants, voluminous sleeves, voluminous skirts and dresses. You are not seeing as many clothes that are super tight and fitted on the body as you would in 2016. And that's just a fact. And I genuinely love it. I love me a good shapely outfit. And you're going to see some of these outfits that I have picked up are definitely 2026 inspired, but with little bits of 2016 trends sprinkled in there for you. You're not gonna see chokers in 2026. You're definitely not gonna see chokers because there was a micro trend last year in 2025 where people were wearing like the really skinny chokers or like the flower. That was very micro trend. It kind of came and went really quickly. But you are gonna see people wearing like a really skinny leather belt. You're going to see people experimenting with scarves as belts. You're going to see people experimenting with bandanas more in accessories and belts as well. You're going to see people experimenting with lace-up details. Not necessarily like lace-up as in like the 2016 kind of lace-up like you saw on like V-necks and shirts, but more so like on boots. You're going to see lace-ups on the sides of jeans or on the sides of shirts. Just a really fun way to upcycle a piece of clothing that you find maybe a little bit boring. You're going to see a lot of that more. You're going to see a lot more patchwork. You're going to see a lot more lace, just more like DIY in denim and pants and shirts, just because I feel like people are kind of that DIY feeling is definitely having a resurgence as well. Just something that has a little bit more of like a handmade feeling, just because people are getting more attuned to fast fashion and like the health of our earth. People are thrifting more, people are upcycling more, people are trying to go back to really high quality items that a lot of the times are being made, that were being made back in the day, and you're not seeing a lot of high quality things being made nowadays. For example, a lot of the sweaters that I found this year at thrift stores, I found are 100% wool sweaters that you would not be able to find nowadays for a very affordable price at least. That resurgence of a handmade feel is going to be prevalent in 2026. In 2016, it was all about branding. It was all about finding the new things. It wasn't really necessarily about thrifting, at least the general public. It wasn't very vintage vibes yet. That would be coming up later. It was just more so about like what brands that you were buying. I mean, think about the makeup. Makeup had a chokehold on everybody. People were like filming new makeup in fashion hauls every week. The era of consumerism was here in 2016. It is still here in 2026, but in my circles and in my research, it's not as big. And I'm very happy about it. I'm glad people are trying to be more sustainable in their shopping and their fashion habits. It is making me very excited. And I'm very excited to see what kind of experimentation people are coming up with when it comes to thrifting. And I think it's going to be really easy to be on trend this year because a lot of the trends in 2026 are based more so on like handmade. I do live in the Midwest in the suburbs, so we'll see how much I will see, but I do follow a lot of really fun influencers on social media, and I do also experiment a lot in my wardrobe. And yes, I'm very excited to show you guys 3 outfits I put together because they do, I think, do a really good job of being modern in 2026 trends, but also pulling the fun 2016 trends that we all know and love. And yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to see these outfits, so let's show you the outfits. All right, y'all, this first outfit I have for you guys is definitely a little bit more on the 2026 side of trends. I actually really like this outfit. The shoes are definitely, I think, more inspired by 2016 than 2026 because I think to make this outfit more 2026 inspired, I would have worn like a sneaker, like this red sneaker, to kind of do more of that color blocking vibe. This is a 2016 and 2026 styling video, so we are trying to do that here. Of course, 2016 you would not see people wearing as many fun silhouettes in terms of their jeans and their sweaters, but I have a fun silhouette outfit here for you guys. I have one of my favorite pairs of jeans here. These are a barrel leg jean, and I love the stars on here, very fun, but I love the lace details. You wouldn't necessarily see something like this in 2016 just because it's very baggy and very experimental in terms of silhouette. And like we said, you would not be seeing any girls wearing an outfit like this in 2016. I love this outfit. I love how cozy I am. And yes, I included some like more structured mules, which were super popular in 2016. These are from Madewell, and I got them, I think, in 2018 or 2019. These are the Gemma Mule, and yeah, just to make it a little bit more 2016, I did include these shoes. Let me know what you guys think about this outfit. Very cute. I think I might wear it to work this week. This is definitely more inspired by 2016 fashion, if I do say so myself. We've got the floral pants, we've got the Doc Martens, we've got the studded denim jacket, and let me just say, I do love this outfit. I do think it is so cute and very fun. I think what makes it a little bit more 2026 though is the fact that I'm doing a little bit more pattern mixing with the top and the bottoms here. I do love this jacket, and yes, it's a lot more 2016 inspired than the first outfit that I showed, but still a very fun outfit. I think what also makes this a little bit more 2026 is the silhouette of the pant. You're not necessarily seeing a straight more cropped pant in 2016. 2016 was all about the full-length high-rise skinny jean or a full-length mom jean. Doc Martens were super popular back in 2016. I still love wearing them. I am never going to get rid of my Doc Martens. You heard it here. They're a classic. But yes, a very fun outfit. And I did wear this to work, but with a different jacket actually this week. But I do love this jacket. Very cute. It's also got some studs on it, and that is also very like alt 2016 inspired. And the last outfit is definitely more of I would say a true mix of 2016 versus 2026 fashion trends, because this is 90s minimalism. So you have like a nice fun off the shoulder top, a little bit more asymmetrical than what you'd find in 2016, and then I have a nice 90s mom jean, kind of straight leg jean that is a good mix between 2026 and 2016. But then you have the star of the show, which are these Unif Hellraisers, I think is what they're called. I don't know if any of y'all watched Graveyard Girl on YouTube back in the day, or still do, but she is my queen, and she still is my queen. She's my fashion icon. These have the studs, and these ballet flats are definitely more 2016 inspired, and I love them. And then I featured this bomber jacket that I mentioned in the video before, but this is the brown bomber jacket that my Aunt Barbie gifted to me, and I will show you guys what it looks like on. But yes, very, very 90s inspired, very, very 2026 inspired, with still the element of 2016 in the bomber jacket. This outfit's not as colorful as some of the other outfits I put together for this video, but definitely fits the challenge of finding an outfit that fits both 2026 trends and 2016 trends. I really, really like this, and I definitely will probably most likely wear this to work soon. I'm back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad you guys liked those outfits. I know I had a really fun time making them. 3 definitely different outfits, some more 2026 than others, but I just genuinely had a really fun time making this video. I love talking about 2016 and like just the evolution of trends from 2016 to now. If you guys have any thoughts or want to show me some of the outfits that you came up with in 2016, I would love to see it. I love just going down memory lane. It's very nostalgic for me. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I just made a new Instagram for my YouTube. The Instagram is @SoleilFits. I'm really excited about it. I post some outfit of the days on there. And yeah, my links are down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!